Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, and we're back for another edition of Chasing Those YouTube Pennies. Uh, it's Wednesday. It's almost a holiday. I'm going to get a mood today. It is my last day of work before I go on vacation. So let's hang out for a little bit and, try to get some work done. I see we got quite a bit in the chat already, which is pretty cool. I appreciate that. Got Chris scheduled it an hour ahead of time. Dang. Yeah, I was up early this morning. I had some stuff to do. So I said, you know what? Let me just schedule this on StreamYard now. One less thing I have to worry about. And that way I'm potentially not late. Trying to get that late to YouTube's out of the way. And of course, I get a text right as that starts. All right. Got Dawn. Hey, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. Amber, hi, how are you? How's your morning going? Mike Yinzer Picker, congratulations on 1,000. Much deserved. You've been working really hard at that, and you should be at your hours within the next day. So that's pretty awesome. Congratulations, man. Thanks for listening while you're at work yourself. Dawn says, we'll be listening while listing, at least for a little bit. If you get too distracted, you'll have to take off. Understandable. We all got to get our work done, and things can get distracting sometimes, especially if there's a lot in the chat and things start flying. So thanks for being here while you're here. Greg, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Chris's birthday. What? Cajun, happy birthday, man. I'm not Victoria. My voice does not sound anything like that, so don't worry. I am not going to sing for you. So don't worry about that. What's up, Jesse? Good morning. How are you? Glad you could stop in. I do appreciate it. So yeah, last day of work before vacation. And of course, I will be working late today. I have to go see a customer at 3:30 this afternoon. And they're out in Trenton, New Jersey, which is about, half hour to 45 minutes for me. So get there at 3:30, probably finish up with them between 4:30 and 5, and with rush hour traffic, I'll probably get home around 6, which is cool. Just not the way you want to spend the last day before your vacation, but at least after that, it's over. And I will not have to see anything work-related till the new year, which I'm excited about. What's up, Roman? How are you? Stop chasing the pennies already. I will just ship you a bag. Thanks, Roman. I'm actually moving quick. I am excited. According to YouTube analytics, I have crossed the 3,000 mark. Analytics say I'm at 3,010. The monetization tab says it's like 29, 24, something like that. But we all know that's a couple days behind. And the last 2 days, I've had a little bit more than 100 hours between the 2 days, between people running my playlist, which I appreciate, and the people that have been here in the lives. So that's cool. We've had almost 5 hours worth of lives and gained about 75 hours just from those. So that's awesome. I appreciate all the support, guys. So yeah, we are now under 1,000 hours to go to get to that 4,000 mark that everybody wants to get to. So that will be pretty cool when I get there. And it'll be tough, but I do think we can get there before January 1st. It is, at least he said it was in Victoria's show earlier, and she sang him happy birthday. Okay. Yeah, Victoria's show, I have it on. I'm usually in and out because the kids leave for school at 8:20. So I'm usually back and forth trying to get them ready and just make sure they got their shit together, because if not, they'll start fooling around, watching TV, joking around, and just not doing what they got to do. Then 8:15, it's screaming and yelling and cursing. So I'm in and out of Victoria's in the morning. Roman says, Paul will really appreciate it. Everyone hits the like button. He is too shy to ask. I would appreciate that. I do appreciate that. And yeah, it's not something I like to ask for, because I know when people like something, they will like it. Some people just don't hit the like button at all. And some people like me forget half the time to actually hit the like button. That's amazing. For sure, Jesse. It's pretty cool. Here too, mostly working and listening. Sounds good, Greg. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll be definitely getting some work done today for that meeting at 3:30, because I am going through another one of these schools. So I have some paperwork I have to get together That way, when I go through their building, I could verify things and just mark it off and mark any changes I have to make back at the office in the new year. Paul and I will be chasing YouTube pennies. By that time, pennies will not exist anymore. Oh, Roman, you're funny. You'll get there eventually. Just keep popping out videos. How many subs are you up to now? You got to be over 300-400, right? And I mean, I don't feel like you've been on YouTube a ton. I didn't start hearing about you till the reseller rally came along. I don't know if you were making many videos before the reseller rally, or that just got you to that point. Yeah, you're at 458 subs, Roman. You're getting there. 458. Just keep making videos. Keep popping in chats. Everybody likes you. Just keep talking. Cajun is in the car today and wants me to entertain him. Chris, I will do my best to make sure you don't fall asleep in the car, because we know I can get a little boring at times, and my voice can definitely put you to sleep. In Canada, they don't use pennies anymore. That's interesting, Dawn. I did not know that. I forget whose show I was watching. It might have been a pre-record. Somebody was talking about pennies and how in the United States, we don't actually have pennies. And if you look at the back of the penny, it says cents. So it's not actually a penny, which is interesting. I forget who it was. If I can remember, I would tell you to go watch the video because it was very interesting for sure. Roman has 10 cents left. Eventually, Paul, I will get $1. Yenzer says it's a slow grind, Roman. Just don't give up and remember those pennies add up. Yes, that is very true. I joke about chasing these YouTube pennies, but it definitely adds up. And if you're making content, it's definitely more than pennies. It's not going to be life-changing money for most of us, but it will be extra money in our pockets, which we could all use, especially with the cost of everything going up. So that is definitely something we want to get to, just because extra money is extra money. Mike, I have a collection of coins from Canada. I think I do too somewhere. I have no idea where, but probably in one of my old boxes from my single life in my apartment. A lot of that stuff just went in the attic when I moved here. So who knows? There's probably some in the box. It's been quite a while now. It was costing more to make them than they're worth. So now if we pay in cash, it gets rounded to the nearest nickel. Interesting. I would definitely think it's not worth the cost to make pennies. I still wonder when the day will come where we are just completely cashless. I don't know if we'll ever see it in our lifetime, but it's definitely got to come, you would think. Especially with crypto also taking off now, you would think sometime in the future that cash will just be gone, right? But then again, as long as there's hackers out there and taking down sites and all this ransomware, maybe we still do need cash. Who knows? Yeah, speaking of ransomware, I found out yesterday in our meeting that Kronos, for those of you that work other than reselling, if you work at a job where you have to clock in and out on a Kronos time clock system, Kronos has been taken hostage by hackers, demanding money, of course, to release their program back to them. So it's affected everyone across the nation that uses Kronos time clocks. A lot of companies have had to go back to doing, paper clock in and clock out, just because people can't do it in the system and they can't get the stuff out of the system to go to the payroll processors to get those people paid. So everything is now going through paper again for those companies, which is such a step back in time. But it shows again, like, how reliant we are on technology, and that we can't put all those eggs in one basket. We still do need to know the old school way, I guess. Me, I don't have to worry about it. My company uses Kronos, but I am a salaried worker, so I don't have to clock into nothing. Back in the day, 1800s, pennies were larger than quarters. Wow, Chris, I did not know that. Next time you're chasing quarters. maybe once I get to 4,000, Roman, I'll change it to chasing quarters and then chasing dollar bills. Dawn hasn't had to clock in and out since I did retail. Yeah, the last time I clocked out was my current job. There was a period where they had switched me to hourly, thinking there was when Obama was leaving office, he had a executive order that was going to make it if you were under a certain salary, you would get overtime if you worked more than 40 hours, even though you were salaried. I think it was like 50K or something like that. So my company switched me to hourly to make sure I wasn't working more than 40 hours. Because at least then they could say, okay, you're at 35 hours, 5 more hours this week, don't do any more. So they temporarily switched me to hourly, and I had to, clock in and out. As soon as Trump came in and said, no, that's done. We're not doing that. They switched me right back to salary, which was kind of funny. But one of the things I said was, you switched me to hourly. Now you're switching me back to salary where you can get me to work more than 40 hours a week. So what's in it for me? And they're like, nothing. We're just switching you back to salary. And I said, okay, well, I'm still a 40-hour employee then. When my 40 hours are done, I'm done. So on Wednesday, I'm at 32 hours. You're getting 8 hours of me on Thursday and Friday. And they didn't fight me on it, but that's definitely what I did at that point. They wanted to fool around with that, and I just wasn't having it. Roman, last one should be chasing Bitcoins. Bitcoins, it's something I have not gotten into yet. I don't understand it. I should probably take the time to learn about it. But I guess that's just the aging part of me now. Like, I'm just like, do I really care about crypto? By the time it really is such a dominant factor in our life, am I going to be around still? I'm already in my 40s. Am I still going to be around? Tracy, good morning. How are you? Thanks for stopping in. What do you got on tap for today? Tracy, it is Chris's birthday today, if you didn't know. Greg just let us know a little while ago about that. Technically, I clocked in and out every time I went into the chemical plant with my TWIC card. Okay. Yeah, last time I really truly clocked in was when I worked in retail as well. I worked in supermarkets for probably like 10 to 15 years. So that's when I was clocking in and out the most. I'm a year older today, Tracy. So feeling old. How old are you now, Chris? That's one thing I've never had an idea. You look like you're younger. I would assume probably, 23 to 25, that range. Chris, don't worry. It's better to get older than younger. Roman. So what's everybody got going on today? It is Wednesday. I keep thinking today is the 23rd and Christmas is in 2 days. I just kind of felt that way for like the last week because my company gives us Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off. So I'm used to it, being during the week where I've got 2 days off and it's Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I keep thinking they gave us Thursday and Friday, that Thursday's Christmas Eve. I've been setting up meetings for the 23rd and people were like, Paul, we're off. Like, no, we're not. We work. It's Wednesday, the 23rd. And even 2 days ago, I was still doing the same thing. People are like, that is the 22nd. And I just can't get it through my head that today is the 22nd. Like, I truly just keep thinking tomorrow's Christmas Eve and Friday's Christmas Day. Tracy keeps thinking Christmas is a Thursday. Okay. That picture's from 2011 or so. I'm 35 now, so yeah, old. All right, Chris. Yeah, 10 years ago. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. 35 now. Okay. That is definitely older than I thought. Still a baby, Chris. You're still a baby. I'm 42, so I wish I was back at 35 again. That was a fun time. For me, the 30s were pretty much like my 20s for the first half. Because then I started dating my current wife when I was about 38, I think. Yeah, 17. We started dating. Yeah, so 38. But yeah, 30 to 36, man, that was like my 20s. Ugh. My 20s, I did nothing but work. I was boring. I just did nothing but work and really started partying when I was in my 30s. But it was okay because actually then I had money to blow. Still a young pup. He is. He definitely is. Yep. Roman says 35 is young. It's funny how our perspective on all that changes as we get older. Even when we're like in college, you're thinking 35, that's old. I don't want to get to 35. I want to stay in my 20s. And then when you get to your 30s, you're like, oh, that's not that bad. And you go over 50, that's old. Then you get in your 40s and it's the same thing. You just keeps moving on. Your perspective changes as you get older. Like my kids, they all call me old. Like, and I don't blame them. When I was that age, I would call myself old too if I was 42 and knew somebody. What's up, Richard? How are you? Thanks for stopping in today. I do appreciate it. Chris does not feel like a young pup most days. I don't know how, Chris. You're sitting there in a pile of plush every day. How can you not feel like a little kid being around that much plush? Is that why you're hanging out with the plush all the time, trying to hold on to that fountain of youth there? Dawn's going to be 37 in February, so speak for yourself, Chris. Chris, usually after 40. Oh my God, Roman, it totally does. I got my first practice tonight with my older son for basketball. His is 7th and 8th grade, so I don't have to do as much coaching and teaching as I do with my daughter's team, which is 3rd and 4th grade. But I'm sure I'm going to be out on the court tonight and come home feeling sore. During the entire football season, if I did any demo of a drill in practice, I came home sore. My legs would just be like dead. And after a game, my whole shoulder and neck area from usually running up the sidelines, yelling, and it just always something hurt. And Dawn feels like she's 85 most days. Okay. Richard is 35 years old. He is dead. Oh, what's going on, Kate? Yep, chasing that YouTube coin. I said a few minutes ago, I'm now under 1,000 watch hours left. The YouTube analytics say I'm now 990 away. It's 3,010 over the last 365. I have to start considering that now, since I've now been on YouTube for over a year. But it says 3,010. Monetization tab hasn't caught up and says about 29, 24. But we're getting there and moving quick. Gained now over 700 hours in the last month. And I'm now gaining about 40 to 70 a day between these lives and people trying to help out and watch some of the playlists, which is pretty awesome. And at least you have an excuse for the paintball. I stand up wrong and I'm scurry. That sounds like my wife. Hey, good morning, Jerk. What's going on, Misha? How are you? Yeah, I came in hot this morning. I stopped in a Larry's chat at 6:30 while I was waiting for my turn to jump in the shower, and I'm just playing around on my phone. And I don't remember what Misha said, but yeah, I threw something out. My first comment, I just came out firing with a funny ass joke. But unfortunately, Misha was the butt of that one. I normally don't do that to Misha much. But that was the mood I woke up into today. I woke up in a good mood and just excited to finally get on vacation. And I'm really going to spend a lot of that time trying to get things together to really start off 2022 well on eBay and reselling, and get some processes in place where I could try to really jump a little bit. I was looking at numbers with the level of work I'm able to put in. I did about 12,000 gross this year on eBay. It was about 11, 12,000, which I'm happy with. I got to look and do the numbers to see what the profit is, but it's not much. But it was definitely a help this year. And with the possibility of the wife needing surgery to start the new year on her knee, I'm definitely going to need to do some more to help pay for that stuff. But I definitely want to grow that. I mean, my 90-day total is up around 3,600 now. Most of the year it was sitting at like 1,500. So things have been growing, but I really want to take it to the next level. Been bidding on a bunch of high bid stuff to try to get some more inventory. Next week, I'll be dropping a lot of stuff at the Goodwill, all the stupid shit I bought in my first year, which we've all experienced. Clean out all this junk and then try to start making room for some good stuff. Roman slept for an hour. Roman, with how sick you are right now, you should be sleeping more. Don't go to sleep right now, though, and fall asleep listening to me, because that would just be really weird. I hope you don't do that. But you should probably take a nap, Roman. You got to get sleep to get better. So what's everybody got planned for their Christmas holidays? Anybody going away? Anybody just hosting family? What do you got going on? Here we are. We do stuff on Christmas Eve. We go to my wife's father's house on Christmas Eve for maybe about an hour, hour and a half, do gifts with him, let the kids hang out with him for a little bit. Then we come back here and we have Christmas Eve here with her brother and his kids at our house with their grandmother. And it's a good time, usually a few hours. This year we have to drop the kids off at their dad at 8:30 at night on Christmas Eve because they'll wake up with him on Christmas morning. So Christmas morning, we can actually sleep in because the kids don't come back to our house till noon. And then after that, it'll be a shit show with, crazy kids running around and enjoying all their gifts. What's up, Dead Zone? How are you? Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. You're going to be staying home and relaxing. That's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. That's what I did all the time when I was single. If I didn't feel like driving to Connecticut to visit my parents, I would just stay home and relax and then hit up the bar that night with friends. I just fall asleep to the soothing ocean sounds of the Paul. Oh, that just sounds so weird, Dawn. Oh my God, so weird. I'm still working till tomorrow at 3, then I'm off until 1-3. Nice. Your daughter will come back at 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve to wake up for Christmas morning. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we had the kids last year, so they'll wake up at their dad's. It's actually his weekend, but since we split the Christmas vacation with him, it's technically his Christmas since they wake up there, but they spend majority of the day with us. But it's also his New Year's. So the way we split it up, instead of them staying with him for the weekend and we get like middle of the week, he's going to drop them off at 12 on Christmas. We'll have them till Wednesday. And then Wednesday, they'll go with him through New Year's and then come back Sunday night before school goes back on the 3rd. So it's kind of nice. My wife and I were both on vacation next week. So we'll have some time to spend with the kids in the early half of the week. And then the rest of the week, we can just spend with us and do some stuff that we just want to do and maybe meet up with some of the other couples that we haven't got to hang out with in a while. So that'll be nice. We wanted to go to Florida to visit my parents, but it was just too expensive to fly down. What's going on, Marcus? Thanks for coming in this morning. Appreciate it. Nisha's home with the dogs and listings. I'm going to be listing a lot. I'm going to be doing a lot of YouTube. Probably mix in some late night ones as well. So yeah, there'll just be a lot of that, just a lot of relaxing. I just needed this break from the full-time job. Dawn, I got those soothing sounds. It's called Advil with a shot of Absolute. There you go, Roman. There you go. But yeah, we wanted to go to Florida. The prices were just insane. My parents are down there now, and it's about a 15-hour drive, 15 and a half hours with stops. It's like 14 and a half if you never stopped. So yeah, about 15 and a half hours. I've done it straight through before. It's not as bad as it sounds. It's just straight down I-95. But I didn't feel like driving 15 and a half hours Wednesday right after the kids leave, stay there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then drive 15 and a half hours back on Sunday. If the kids left like Monday and came back Sunday, then that would have been a different story. But basically driving 2 days to stay 3, I just don't feel like doing. Miss my parents, but that's a lot. Christmas Day with the family and my Saturday Night Live at 7:30 with Santa Claus. Yes, guys, you want to check that out Saturday because he's going to have the real Santa. We talked about this yesterday. He's been talking about it a lot. If you don't believe, you should believe because the real Santa will be on Richard's show on Saturday. Same here. I'll spend the first part of next week with my little and then she'll go to her dad's. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are doing that with that break. Just split it halfway through and just who cares about whose weekend it normally should have been. Just split it down the middle. Easiest thing. Easy peasy. Didn't I drive from MA multiple times? It's not fun. Oh, yeah, from up there. We did it from Connecticut when my parents moved to Florida. I think it was would have been like about 18 to 19 hour straight drive if we didn't stop. And we split it into 2. When we drove from Philly to Florida this summer, we split it into 2 on the way down because we also had the kids. We didn't know how they were going to be in the car for that long. And it worked. I mean, we drove about 9 hours down, stopped in South Carolina, and then did the rest the next morning. On the way back, I caught a cold that Friday night, and Saturday night I was like knocked out bad. I woke up Sunday morning not feeling good at all. And I'm like, I just want to be in my bed. We're driving as far as we can today before I can't drive anymore. And even then, you might take over and finish the drive. And it was a rough drive with the amount of congestion I had, but we made it through in that 15 and a half hours. And it wasn't horrible. Like, I feel like if I wasn't sick, it would have been a much even easier drive for me. But it's just, that congestion and stuff just kept making me, I mean, I was drinking a lot of Dayquil on the way home. Like, just had I had the bottle right there in the door, just in the little storage spot at the bottom of the door. And just occasionally, every couple hours, I was just like, and then put it back, like just straight drinking from the bottle. Omicron has forced you to cancel your family Christmas 2 in a row now. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't know how it is in Canada, but I know here in the States, most people are kind of over it. And they're not letting it keep them from their families unless, of course, someone's sick. I have some friends who they're currently sick and dang, Paul Bruto. Are you talking about the drive or what, Misha? There's a lot of things with me that I've said that could be brutal. But yeah, a lot of us here, we're just kind of like, whatever, unless somebody's sick, we're just going on with our lives. Not sure how Canada is. Our hospitals and clinics are there in the state of emergency. They canceled all non-essential surgeries and doctor's appointments. Yeah, that's happening in a lot of places. Governor supposed to probably will shut. See, in Pennsylvania, that's not going to happen again. After the last one went on and they kept shutting stuff down and keeping some stuff closed, the state legislators stepped in and said, you're not doing this without our approval again. And it was voted on, like, if Wolf wants to do that in PA, he's got to go through the state Senate and House to be able to pass that. And that's majority Republican. So that's not going to happen. PA, if you guys don't know, is an interesting state. We've got a couple major cities and then very suburban rural. So, but that's actually a majority of the state. So in our state legislature, it's very Republican. And our shutdowns will not happen again here unless it happened on a federal level, which won't happen. Being sick on the drive, yeah, that ride was brutal. The kids weren't happy. We would stop, go to the bathroom. We'd go through McDonald's or Wendy's drive-through, and I'm just like, 5 cheeseburgers, 5 fries, and that's it. And kids were like, but I want a Big Mac. I want this. I'm like, I don't care. 5 cheeseburgers, 5 fries. Here you go. That's what we're doing because you're eating in my car. You're not eating Big Macs and everything like that in my car. Business as usual there. Love the auction houses being open. Something I still haven't done. If I could find one next week, I might try one and just go and see what it's about. Like, I'm thinking I might do that. Oh, we're over it. I've been pretty pissed off about it. But there are a lot of people who are just moving on. Like you said, I have a feeling there's going to be another lockdown. Yeah, I'm just glad here it's not going to happen. Now, to Roman's point about the hospitals, I have many nurse friends, and hospitals here, they are packed again. But it's the seasonality. It's winter. We're all inside. Rhode Island just put masks back in place. Yeah, our schools are now pretty much, there's no state rule for the schools anymore. And a lot of the school districts have gone back to optional. My school district, they vote on the 18th of February or 18th of January because their health and safety plan expires then and they have to put in a new one. And they won't even entertain it till that point. But a lot of the school districts went back to optional, and stores and everywhere else, it's whatever you want to do and you feel comfortable with. I get too much, but after having done everything right for 2 years and end up staying home and watching it all carry on, like, I can't. I hear you. Just in time for the holidays. Definitely sus, Kag. Dang. Yeah, I wear my mask at times. It all depends who's on with. If I'm on my own, I don't bother. I'm vaxxed, I'm boosted, so I don't bother. If I'm with the kids, I wear it. their father and family is definitely. Sorry, just got an email from one of my bosses. If I'm with the kids, I wear it. The other side of the family is definitely very strict, so I'm trying to respect that. So I'm with the kids, I wear it. When I'm with my wife, I'll wear it. When I'm on my own, I keep my distance from people anyway because I don't like being around people. So when I'm on my own, I don't bother. Even when I'm with the kids, if I take it off or something and I forget to put it back on, I don't care. Like when we were at the movies for Spider-Man, we got up and left. They all put it back on. I just forgot it. And they're like, Paul, as we're walking out, I'm like, whatever, we're walking outside now. Our mask mandates were never lifted. That's disappointing. Let's go barefaced and see what happens. I'm over this. Same. Hating to be around other people. Yeah, I keep my distance when I'm in the stores. So even if I am close to somebody, I'll leave, 5-6 feet. So that's what it is when I'm on my own. The kids have told me, Paul, you don't have to when we're with us. We know you don't want to. I'm like, no, I'll respect it. I'm like, it's what your dad wants with you guys. Like, I'll respect it. Not a Tink. What's going on? Thanks for coming over. Get the blank screen talking about email. Sure, dude. Misha. Keep messing with me about that. Man, I'll start doing all my stuff on this one. Dawn, what state are you in? Does Roman pay attention? Dawn is in Canada. Now in Canada, I believe Canada is provinces, right? Am I correct on that, Dawn? All right, let me check this email, though. It's a long one. Other people on vacation, too, so that's awesome. Yes, provinces and territories. Okay. The hobbyist, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you could stop in. How are things going? How's your holidays? 10 provinces and 3 territories. I'm just falling asleep while typing. Then go take a nap, Roman. You should not have stayed up and only slept 1 hour last night. Or did you only sleep 1 hour because you're not feeling that well? And it's kept you up. Dropping this like in Johnny's, like it's hot, needs the watch hours. Yes, watch hours, watch hours, watch hours. Is Johnny still going right now? I know Jen popped it in there a few times for me, and I totally appreciate it. I try to schedule it normally for the later part of Johnny's show because I do like hanging out in there, and I talked about it yesterday. And I know there is some overlap between the people that watch me and watch my lives and watch him as well. So I try to respect that. Some people, I don't care. I just go live if I know there's not much overlap. Roman has Misha, Roman always has a foggy mind. We've been seeing Roman in the chat now for about 6 months. Roman's mind always seems foggy. I think it's because of all the absolute advent calendar videos. Okay, cool. Crazy. He's getting off now. Okay, cool. Right, Misha? I mean, Roman is always a little foggy. Roman's a trip. There's a lot of times I read Roman and go, what? But it's cool. Like, I enjoy Roman. I think we all enjoy having Roman in our chats. He definitely helps liven things up. All right. He was just saying the same thing as me. He is off for the rest of the year after today. I wanted to give us a quick annual recap. Not a problem going to always hit others' lives at the same time. People open a couple tabs. That's what I do. I'm saying I usually have like, if there's 3 people I like to watch on, I'll have 3 tabs open and I'll just pop between the tabs. And what I'll keep doing is I'll usually have one like where I can hear. The others are usually on mute. What I do is I pay attention to the chat. Wherever the chat's going with a conversation and it seems like it's interesting, I'll unmute that show and mute the other one. Just so I don't have the conflicting voices going on at the same time. And I'll take turns listening to everybody's and popping in and out. Good morning, sunshine. What's going on, Chuck? How are you today? You guys having a show tomorrow on Christmas Eve, or are you guys going to move it up and do it? Oh, wait, see, there I go again, thinking tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Tomorrow is the 23rd. I don't know if I'm ever going to get that right. I'm going to probably think today's the 23rd all day, and then tomorrow's going to be the 23rd again. So I'm guessing with the 23rd being tomorrow, Chuck, you'll still be live. Do you guys have a guest? Chris always has one on Monday nights. Oh, Monday nights you got to. Who did I have on? I had a tab with Joey and Drew this week. Obviously one with Paul, Shay, and Jake. And I had a third tab because somebody else was on. I don't remember who it was. Could it have been Sunny? Someone else was on Monday. So I had 3 tabs open and I was truly jumping back and forth. Good morning, Jennifer. Thanks for sharing this link so much this morning. I do appreciate it. I tried to get it out a little early for you. So I do appreciate that. Thank you. Roman is even funnier in person. You better be quick-witted to roll with the punches. Misha, do you really have to worry about that with me? I think I'll be fine. Yepers, tab hopping. I used to bar hop. Nice. It's a good one, not a tank. I put alarm on for every 2 minutes. Today is the 22nd. Do not skip Chris's day. Again, for anybody that doesn't know, it is Chris's birthday. Yes, Roman, go to bed. Tell him, Misha. Keep telling him till he listens. I'm deaf sure you're qualified. Thanks, Misha. Yeah, Roman, if you do go to bed, though, just turn the volume down real low and keep me playing for some watch hours. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Roman. A fun morning already, that's for sure. Man, it's bugging me. I can't remember who else was live on Monday that I watched. It might have been Sunny. Happy birthday, Chris. But yeah, I tried to promote this one a little bit. If you guys noticed, I don't know if you guys have been on Instagram. I put a little reel up just to say I'm going live, and then threw up the that up as my story as well with the link. Have you guys noticed many click-throughs from Instagram now that they added the link feature to your stories? I know before everybody wanted to get to the point where they could get that swipe up, and that way people can go to their video or go to whatever link they want to give them. Like, I like that Instagram has added that link feature, but have you really noticed much traffic from it? I noticed myself when I've posted my story and the link, at most I've ever gotten 3 clicks on a story with a link. Even when I share other people's lives and throw a link up there, usually the click-through rate is only like 2 to 3 times a link is clicked on a story. So have you guys noticed much with that? Have you had much success with it, or is it just kind of a waste? Who lives close to Chris to give him a good spanking? Oh, Chuck. Yeah, Chris is on the road today, Jen. You're correct. He said he's in the car and wants me to entertain him. I just don't know how entertaining I'm going to be, but hey, keep your eyes on the road, Chris, instead of the chat. Well, I'll tell your governor to put your live on the screen while he is talking. Yeah, Chuck's coming in hot. He is. Not in Louisiana right now, Chuck, so good luck finding me. I think he's going to Kentucky again. He's going to spend his birthday with his best friend, Kayla. Am I right, Chris? They're going to do a couple more videos this weekend. Not as good as Dana, Chris. Have I a lot more? Okay, you get a lot more to your videos now. Interesting. I've always wondered, because like I don't post in Instagram right away. I want to let the video live for a little bit on YouTube, and then a few hours after the fact, I put it on Instagram. And I noticed sometimes there's a little spike in views after I do that. But then later on, when I look at the analytics in Instagram, I see it's only 2 or 3 link clicks. So I don't know if Instagram just has poor analytics, which is possible, and not calculating correctly, or if it's just poor click-through and I'm getting more clicks just by other means. Too old, aka 35. Every tall ginger I see today is in danger of a spanking, just in case it's Chris. That's great, Chuck. That is great. Are there many tall gingers out there in Wisconsin? There's Chris. You're the same age as Kay. Oh, you're not driving. Okay. Message Chris. We drove to Louisiana in October and he was still like 4 hours away. I was like, I tried, dude. I tell you, when I drove to Florida, I totally was wondering who I might be whose area I might be going through on the way to Florida. And South Carolina, there's so many resellers that we all talk with here. And I wanted to stop to see some of them, but there was just no way. I mean, Greenville was too far from I-95. And then at the same time, I had family with me. When I was in Florida, I would say Florida, you've got a ton. I know Joey was like an hour from where I was. Drew was like 45 minutes. Garbage Monster was like half hour. So there's a handful of people I would have loved to get to meet, but it just didn't work out, being that I was there for a week with my family and visiting family. There's just no way I could dip out, go meet some other resellers, hang out, and just meet some of the crew without getting in trouble. And you know what? I was down there too to spend time with family, so that always takes precedence. I'd love to go down sometime, just like me and my wife, and visit my parents. And, at that point, it could be easy to dip out for a little while and go meet some people because we always do some stuff on our own. Oh, man, I got lost here. That's what happens when the chat's moving. You can't click off anything. Okay, your point. I don't remember back at age 35. That was so darn long ago, like 2 lifetimes. Not too old yet. Misha, I think you're lying. No way you're over 35. Oh, wait, I missed that. Oh my God, 35 is 5 years. Misha's 40? I would not have guessed that either, Chuck. I would not have thought that. Definitely not. Who's going to bail Chuck out of jail? I don't know, but whoever bails Chuck out of jail, Marcy might slap them. Marcy might enjoy the little break away from Chuck. Not a Tink, you're not old. You're definitely not. None of us are. It's not illegal to spank a ginger. I could see Chuck tomorrow having a can of ginger ale or a bottle of ginger ale on tomorrow's live and spanking it and telling people, this is what I did to Chris yesterday. This is what I did to Chris. Happy birthday, Chris. I'm going to have merch made that says, have you spanked a ginger today? Misha, you were lying. Chuck came in hot this morning. Totally. I thought I came in firing like early on Larry's, but man, Chuck's on fire. Early 30s. Same, Chuck. That's what I would have assumed. Tefilo Munoz, how are you? Good morning. Thank you for stopping in. I do appreciate it. Esme, how are you? I was wondering when you were going to show up. Thanks for stopping by. I hope your morning's going good so far. I know you're probably at work. Chuck is on a roll this morning for sure. Now you're giving Chuck ideas. I got to. I mean, got to have him. He seems kind of tame on his live show because Nate takes all Chuck's glory, but Chuck is a very funny guy. I mean, Nate's hilarious too, but Chuck is kind of in the shadows, just kind of lurking and being that little creeper again, and just letting Nate take the show over. It depends on the spanking device. We just finished our peak time at my job. It's a big relief, so I'm in a good mood and a little goofy. Okay, Chuck, are you going to be taking some vacation time now too throughout the rest of the year, or are you going to be working next week? Yeah, it seems like a good handful of us in here today are going to be off for the rest of the year. Yes, at the 8 to 5. The dreaded 8 to 5. I think that's part of the reason why like I said earlier, it's why I keep thinking today's the 23rd, because I'm done after today, which never happens. Chuck used to do stand-up comedy before he became a reseller. Roman, you might be right. We don't know. He might have dabbled in that in his younger days. We don't know. I mean, how much backstories do we really know about a lot of people we watch on YouTube? Even the people we talk to every day on YouTube, text, Instagram, and we talk to frequently and consider them friends. How much do you really know about their backstory? I really don't know. I watch on silent mode, learning from everyone. I've thought about it, Roman, but I always chickened out. It's understandable. It's definitely can be a nerve-wracking thing. I mean, Chuck, now that you're doing this on YouTube in front of people, and it's out in front of the millions and millions and millions of YouTube watchers, do you feel like you might have a chance now doing it in person, or do you feel like it's going to feel a lot different doing it in person in front of just 20 people, say? Do you think you'd be more nervous doing that? So I did get a good email from my job this morning. They sent out their year in review. My job is very behind in the times. When you get hired, you get 1 week of vacation, and you only get 1 week of vacation for the first 5 years. You don't pick up your second week till the 5th year, which I just picked up this year since I entered my 5th year. It's insane. Like, you go to any other company now, you're not waiting 5 years to get your second week. Well, in today's email, they said they're completely changing our vacation structure. And now any new hire, obviously that year it's prorated. But after that, anybody 1 through 5 is going to get 2 weeks vacation off jump, which that's awesome. I think that's a great move. Of course, I'm like, whoa, I just got my second week. What about me? Like, what are y'all doing for me? And then I keep reading in the email. Anybody who's year 6 through 10, they gave a third week. So I got my second week this year. Now, next week, I will have 3 years of vacation, which is freaking awesome. And then 1 week of personal time. So I'll have 4 weeks, which is great. Because in the past, you didn't get your third week of vacation till your 10th year with the company. Nowadays, who's spending 10 years with a company? Not many people, especially with how much money is being thrown around right now to get people hired and all the perks. But that was really cool to see this morning from them. There's a lot I complain about with them. We all complain a lot about our companies and what they pay, what benefits they give. But to see them, see what's going on in the marketplace and actually give us that extra vacation time and try to match others was pretty cool. Never know. Well, next year he will have Eddie Murphy become reseller and come to our lives. Roman, maybe. I wouldn't survive with only 1 week for 5 years. Yeah, okay, it was brutal. It was 1 week. When I first started, it was 1 week and 3 personal days for the first 3 years. And then they changed our personal time structure 2 years ago and gave us a full week. So then I went 1 week vacation, 1 week personal time. I just finally got the second week this year, and I'm glad I'm already jumping to 3 because we've talked about, like, especially with the kids during the summer, we only have them for half the summer because they spend half the summer with their dad. We want to do more. And throughout the year, we'd like to take more long weekends to visit my family, like when it's just me and her. And we don't get the opportunity. Like, having that third week now is definitely going to let us do a lot more, which I'm excited about because there's a lot of things I would love to do. I just don't have the time. Like, they don't give it to me. You're doing good keeping up with the chat today, Paul. Thank you, Jen. That will be slowing down in a few because I'm talking a lot and really, elaborating on stuff. And I do have some stuff I have to get together for my 3:30. 5.6 weeks, and I even lost a week after my company was acquired, and still not enough. Man, I wish I had that much. That's awesome, okay? I mean, it sucks that you lost time, but to still have that much is pretty cool. Chuck at least came to the next meetup because jokes were the main thing. Most people were so freaking funny. I laughed the whole time. That's awesome. I mean, that's what I want to see when I finally do go to one of these meetups is everybody be who they are. Like, honestly, Misha, if I meet up with you at one of these reseller rallies or meetups and I'm not being a smartass on myself and cracking jokes like I normally do in these chats, you need to say something. You need to just be like, Paul, what the fuck? It'll wake me up and then I'll go be my normal self because I guarantee the first little bit I'll probably be a little shy just meeting people, but then I'll warm up quickly and be my normal smartass self. I'm getting better. Thank you, Misha. 10 days, actually. Wow. The one thing I love about full-time, whenever I want it, I get it. That's true, Chris. That's true. And if you've got a bank of drafts set up too, you can go away and still keep listings going up in about 5 minutes and not have to worry about anything and still have sales rolling in. Oh, Kay's been there 16 years. That helps. Okay. I feel bad for anybody in my company that has been here long term because when they made the change 2 years ago of personal time, anybody that was here over 10 years, even if they had like 6 weeks of vacation, they got chopped. They got chopped down to whatever the new max rate was. So a lot of people lost time then, which was unfortunate. Dawn's internet's acting up. Gonna have to stop YouTube for now. It's buffer. Sorry to hear, Dawn. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out, though. I do appreciate it. I really do. Jennifer shot slacking on checking her text messages. Get on it. Daggone it. Yeah, come on, Jennifer, check them. That's what it was when I started. 1 week for 3 years plus 3 sick days. Finally, after 20 years, 6 weeks, 8 sick days, and 3 personal days, and I quit. Yeah, our company now, once you hit, I think the email said 10 years. Let me look at it. Anybody 11 years and up gets 5 total weeks, 4 vacation, 1 personal, and that's it. You could be here 25 years, you're still getting just 4 vacation, 1 personal, which that sucks. Tell you, a lot of these companies don't give any incentive anymore to truly stay a long time. And that was one thing that always bothered me about this, was having that 1 week of vacation for the first 5 years. Like, you just couldn't do much. Now having 3 weeks is great because I like to take the week of my birthday off. I just usually take that week and just kind of take it to just relax and unwind. I don't necessarily go anywhere, but I take that week. And now with the kids, I couldn't necessarily take that week. But now that I've got 3 weeks, I could take that week and still do whatever weeks we want to do stuff with the kids. What's unfortunate is none of the vacation time carries over. Personal does, and you know what? Having 3 weeks of vacation is going to make it a lot easier to carry some of those personal days over too, and maybe 1 year have a bunch. We're only allowed to carry over 5 personal days per year, which I did this year because of the wedding. Jen's got a new phone. She doesn't know the notification sounds yet. Oh, cool, Jen. What kind of phone did you get? Interested to see. I finished paying mine off back in March, so I could have upgraded then. I decided to wait because I had no issues with my phone. It's a Galaxy 10, but I'm now to the point where even with my cases, there's some cracks on the screen. Like, even a case, it's only got so many times it can be dropped on before it's going to lose some of its integrity. So I'm in the market for a new cell phone, but I'm waiting till February or March because I'm going to wait for the new Galaxy to come out. No point in me buying the current Galaxy model when I know there's another one about to come out. Plus, I had 401k match, gave it all up, not worth my health, way too much stress. That's the big thing, our health. It's not thought about anymore. It was one of the things I always laughed about with my company. They always talk about work-life balance. But then we never had the vacation time to match what they preached. They're very considerate. If we needed time off, they gave it to you. But all that talk about a work-life balance, it didn't match up with what they were giving us. I could see they're trying to get there now. Kind of scared to meet Chuck now. He spanks gingers. Yeah, Chris, he might start remembering birthdays. Say you meet him in 3 years, he's going to go, I have this birthday year, I have this birthday year, and just keep getting you. You might come home rather than you went there. Smart decision. Trish must have been a little scary, though. Yeah, for sure. Carry over 40 hours? That is awesome. About as much PTO without losing as they want. Oh, is that the law out there in California? I know California is very, very liberal in what they give in the workplace and with their benefits and all that type of stuff, which is cool. I mean, they're thinking about their employees, and you know what? You take care of your employees, you're going to get more out of them. He'll go easy on you. Def not worth it. Yeah, worth it. I think we've all learned that, especially throughout the pandemic. Me working from home the last 2 years, it's been awesome having that little bit of freedom, but it's also taken its toll. So it's definitely changed how I look at the workplace, my job and everything. And yeah, looks okay now. Oh, welcome back, Dawn. Vintage Philly, PA. What's going on? Thanks for coming in this morning. I do appreciate it. All right. Nana with 100,000 views. All right. That's awesome. It's not the type of... Yeah, that could be a very good video. I missed that one. Yeah, but Chris, think of the video. It could go viral. Video I want. Good morning, Ed. How are you, buddy? How's things out there in Cali this morning? You got a lot of stuff to pack up? After I quit and found another job, I had no idea how awesome a company can treat people. Such a huge difference. I'm sure of that. Just be happy to meet you, Chris. No spanking unless you buy me dinner first. I love you, Chuck. That's hilarious. $20. There's already $21, but waiting for my 20. Oh, $20. Got the S20. There's already S21, but waiting for my S20 to break. Indestructible so far. That's awesome. Yeah, my 10. It was just a couple months ago. I'm looking at it and I'm like, kept cleaning my screen, and I'm like, there's this one little mark that won't come off. Like, it's not a crack where like I can feel it or anything. So I took the whole case off. And when I took the case off, I noticed right here in the corner there was a little chipping, and I'm like, oh no. And then I looked closely and I noticed like it was just a little splinter going across. Good thing is it hasn't gotten bigger. Put the case back on, and this case has been pretty heavy duty and solid. And for a long time, it had this little clip on the back, so when it would actually fall, this would pop open and really soften the blow. So that was pretty good. But yeah, I was looking at the new Galaxy, and I'm like, you know what? They come out with a new one every year. So it was like August, and I'm like, if I can just wait till February or March, why not do that? And everything what I'm seeing with the S22 looks pretty freaking awesome. And actually, now that I'm looking, they actually have some new stuff that just came out today about it. There's some new leaks about how it'll look. So I also figured I'd wait because, Samsung, every year their camera takes a huge upgrade. So at that point, especially with how much we take pictures with our phones, especially with how much we list, I figured, you know what, let me wait for the 22 and just get the latest top of the line camera they have. Do it on your first live show. Greg, shh, we don't want Chris to go live. I want Chris to go live. But if Chris goes live, I did make that bet with him. I'd have to go on for 24. It's a stupid comment, but nobody's ever going to let me live that down. And I gave him my word, so I would. But shh, we don't really want that. Chuck, dinner is expensive. He will just buy you a snack. Morning, Shay. Joining from the road. I guess you're on your way to Texas now. I hope you have a safe and fun trip. Good. Hopefully a good meet up with Tracy next week. Good. Doing the morning part of my job. I didn't sell anything today. I'm not trying not to sell for the rest of the year. Gonna go hard in January and try to beat my year-end total next year. That's awesome, Ed. Yeah, I'm definitely out to beat 2021 numbers next year, and I don't think it'll be hard. How much I've slacked at times this year, and just how much I've been learning, and how much dumb stuff I bought in the beginning of the year. I only had 2 things going out today. One was a sports card that I just had up on auction, and one is a Garfield I Love Mom mug. I hope this person does not think they are getting it before Christmas. The date on it says estimated delivery date is December 25th. But I am in Philly, and this is going to Utah. They bought it yesterday afternoon and paid yesterday afternoon. I didn't have a chance to ship it today. So obviously with my handling time, it is going out today. They could get lucky. If not, it's more likely they're going to get it on Monday. So I hope they're not counting on it as a present. Ed has the 21 Ultra. I'm going to give the 21 to my girlfriend and get the new Galaxy Ultra when it comes out. Yeah, that's what I actually just saw was more leaks about the 22 Ultra, and that it looks like it's going to land in February. Most likely available by February 25th, with pre-orders starting on February 9th. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to have to look at that more. But yeah, then I'll be a full Galaxy guy. I've got the new Galaxy Buds coming for Christmas. Got my Galaxy laptop, the Galaxy phone, and they'll all connect together, which is pretty awesome. I text my wife all the time from the laptop. My phone could be upstairs, and if she sends me a message, that's where the text comes from. Okay. Now everybody is responding to my boss's email saying, "Oh, Merry Christmas, everyone." I hate reply alls. I really do. And then you're good. The new Samsung C Fold is pretty good. I was wondering about that, and I think we were all like, really? A folding smartphone? Is that really going to work? But I've heard very good things about it from people that have used it. So that's pretty cool. I don't think it's something I'd want yet. All depends how big these phones get. Work done, but I'll be keeping you running and running. Appreciate it on the tank. I so do. I appreciate all the playlists you've been running. Thank you so much. Baker Show Pickers, what's going on? Good morning. Thanks for stopping in. Kay's got a meeting, but will keep me running. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. I get the pre-order from Samsung directly and get the unlocked version. Awesome, because I get that free gift for pre-orders. But you pay the full $1,200. Okay. Thank you, recently. Yeah, that might be something I try to do this year because it was nice when I was done paying off the 21. I mean, my 10. Our bill took a nice $50 a month drop. And then the next month, my mother-in-law's phone was finished paying off. Took another 50 drop. So in 2 months, our Verizon bill dropped $100, and it's been that way since like March. And I don't really want to see it go back up next year. So I might try to put money aside and at least try to pay off as much as possible of it at the beginning, and see how that goes. We're likely go for a folding phone until we see how long those screens last. Yeah, it's interesting. It's been out. The Fold has been out for what, about a year now, I think. So, I mean, I haven't heard any horror stories yet, but it's still a year. I mean, normally it's year 2, near the end of year 2, that you see your phone start to shit the bed. So we'll see. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning. How are you? Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you popping by. Got some jewelry and comics to list. All right. Have a good day. Thank you for coming in. Used to have the Galaxy S9. Battery's just starting to not hold a charge like it used to. Hopefully another 6 months. It's been a great phone. I'll tell you, I've been very happy with the Galaxy phones. I used to upgrade every 2 years. Whenever I paid off the phone, I just went to the next one. And I've been with Galaxy since early on, back when, you get the free upgrade every 2 years. I would usually go 1 or 2 models behind and just take that free one. And the phones always worked good. I'd take a model that's 1 or 2 years behind and then have it for another 2 years, and it would last the whole time. But I feel now, with the way technology just keeps jumping, especially with the cameras and how much we all use our camera on the phone now, I feel like now that I hit the 2-year mark, I squeezed another year out of this. It's just time to upgrade. Samsung Note 9 and still going strong, but I know that after 3 or 4 of my last phone, the camera started to die. I've had this one for 3 years. Okay. Yeah, my wife got a new iPhone last year, and I noticed the huge difference on the cameras. Mine, obviously being a 2-3-year-old phone, the camera isn't as good, so the pictures don't look as good. But I know both cameras are comparable, and I'm seeing the pictures that are coming from that, and I'm like, oh my God, now I feel like mine is crap. I need to get a new one just for the camera. Most of the other features on the phone, I don't care about. It's usually the camera. On my phone, I'm normally texting, camera, and then obviously running whatever apps like eBay and stuff like that. So as long as the battery holds, I don't care. And even after 2.5 years, this battery still holds very well. It's down to, I mean, in a work day, after about 8 hours, starting off at 100%, I'm down to about 30. But I still use my phone a lot while I'm working. What's up, Jen's Multiverse? I told you yesterday, I love the new name. That definitely fits you, with everything you love with the comics and Pokemon, and then doing the vlog style channel. That was a brilliant choice, I think, on the name. I really like it. You got, again, is it good for editing videos? I got the latest Galaxy one. It's a 2. What was the number on it? It's the Galaxy ProBook. Galaxy ProBook 360. I got top of the line everything. This model just came out in May. So I got the highest specs you could get on it, because if I'm spending over $1,000 on a laptop, I want it to last at least 4 to 5 years. And I got it for $1,000. It was originally at $1,500. So far for editing videos, it's been great. I've got a terabyte hard drive, 16 gig RAM. So this thing can really handle a lot of programs being open at once, a lot of tabs at once. And when it comes to editing, the editing is just so much faster for me than it is on my 3-year-old desktop. And like I told you before, I use Adobe Premiere Pro. And Adobe, I mean, their programs can be pretty demanding on a system. I'm on a contract, so I need my phone to last. Yeah. Still have the Note 9. Love Samsung. I do too. I try to use Apple and the iPhone, and I just couldn't get used to it. Not going to say it's a bad phone. Just after being on a Galaxy so long, it just didn't work for me. Yep. Yeah. They do. They just hit that point where it's a battery, and all batteries just have a certain lifetime where they're just going to start to go. One thing I've seen them really upgrading on new phones now is the camera and processor. Yeah. Yep. That everything else is the same. I always watch reveals for Samsung and pre-order that day. That's cool, Ed. Yeah, but yeah, it's the processor and the camera. That's pretty much all there is. If you notice, the space normally says the same. It's just the cameras, and it's just how much technology on cameras keep jumping right now. Good morning after some coffee, Chugster. Right now, you get a morning. Jen, if you were in here a little while ago, you might not have even needed coffee because Chuck had everybody in here dying, and he had Chris Cajun, if he's still here, he had Chris hiding in a corner because Chuck was trying to find him to give him birthday spankings, and he is ready to spank any ginger he sees today. Love your phone. My last Samsung I had for 5 years. I used it until it became unusable. Nice. Yeah, I'm still even up in the air about February with the 22, but I just want that new camera so bad. If I didn't want that camera, I would probably ride this out longer. And again, that's something where I'm knowing my age now. I don't care about always getting the new latest thing every year when it comes out. There's a big difference between the 7 and 9, way better camera, and I can't imagine the newer ones. Yeah. I was looking at some of the specs with the S22 and the camera. It just, there are suggestions that the S22 Ultra is going to come out with a 108 megapixel main camera, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and 2 more 10 megapixel telephotos, and then a 5th lens for focus. Like 5 lenses on my phone? That's just insane. And I can only imagine the quality that it's going to have. Halfway through the day. Okay, yeah, I'm getting about 8 hours. I do use a lot. You're welcome, Jen. You're welcome. As soon as you popped in that in Sunny's chat yesterday, I said, Jen's Multiverse. That's got to be Jen. She figured out her name. It had to be her. Because I noticed she changed the logo too. But I was right. I'm not a huge fan of the curved screen, but that's a minor beef. See, I don't even notice the curved screen because of the case. Like it always still feels like a box. Like it doesn't, I don't even notice it. To delete photos from my phone, I have thousands sitting there from listing. Oh my God, that's the worst thing for me is remembering to delete photos off my phone. Like if I list on my phone, I totally forget to get rid of the photos. If I do it on my computer, I'll transfer the file. So eventually, it takes it off my phone. But if I do the listing on my phone, I totally forget to delete anything afterwards. Damn it, Paul, it's kind of hard to get my listing done when everyone is always going live. I guess I got an excuse to take a break. Well, good morning. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate it. Wow, I can't believe it's already been 1 hour and 8 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun, huh, guys? Especially when you know it is your last day before vacation. That phone is replacing the Note Series 2, isn't it? I'm not positive on that. I haven't looked too much into it, but I have heard rumors about that, that there was going to be replacements. Sounds like Chuck. Chris, are you still here? Yeah, Chuck said Jen, he wants to create some shirts that say, have you smacked a ginger today? Thinks he's going to make some millions on that. And there goes Chris hiding again in the corner. Jay Wonders, what's going on? How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for stopping in. I do appreciate it. You ready for Christmas? Everybody get all their shopping done? I will tell you, I was lazy this year. we got the kids done early. That always happens. Usually we have nothing left to get for them after Black Friday. So they've been done. My wife and I, we just went simple. We both got each other just one thing because we both had something we wanted to get. She wanted a new sublimation printer because she does a lot of crafting. And she has her own little side hustle. And she's got, the Silhouette, the other version of the Cricut, and does all that type of stuff. And she really wanted a sublimation printer where she could really put the ink into shirts, and do that type of stuff. So when I got the Best Buy credit card for the laptop, she's like, oh, so you got money left over on it. You should just get my printer. And I'm like, well, I was already going to get it for you for Christmas. So yeah, let's just order it right now. Then I was able to guarantee she got exactly the printer she wanted. So she knows what she's getting. She got that. And then obviously I wanted new earbuds. I don't like being wired. But this is honestly the best sounding microphone I have, especially since my old Galaxy Buds don't connect to this anymore because they're just old. So currently I'm wired. I don't like to use the microphone on the laptop because when the fan kicks on, you get that noise. So I just try to avoid it. So she ordered me the new Galaxy Buds. We've both been dying because the gifts have been sitting there since Black Friday. But we both told each other we can't give it to each other then because the kids are going to be like, but then you have nothing under the tree. And then we'd have to go spend more money on each other. And we just don't have it this year. Johnny, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. You're not late. You're here. That's all that matters. Appreciate all the help again. Truly, I do. Yes. Happy birthday again, Chris. Anybody who doesn't know, I'm going to keep saying it. It's Cajun Reseller's birthday today. He's 23 years young. I say jumped over for Johnny's channel. I figured, Cheryl. So you're over there. I know Jennifer's been dropping that link over there today for me. 5 resellers. What's going on, guys? We haven't talked in a little while. Thanks for coming in. Smash the like button. I'm wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. You know what? Merry Christmas to you guys. It's been fun watching you guys grow so much this year. I just saw that you guys are now moderators, admins on that Harry Tornado Facebook group. Have there been jerks in there that have kept you guys busy deleting posts and blocking people or kicking them out of the group? That's the best way to do it. Better to know for sure that. Yeah. When it came to the sublimation printers, I know nothing about that crafting stuff. I got her stuff 2 years ago when she got her Silhouette machine to go with it, but she had told me so much what she wanted to go with it that I just kind of remembered when I saw it in the store. But the sublimation printer, I had no idea. I didn't even know really what a sublimation printer was. And that's embarrassing me since I used to consider myself a tech guy. But she was going through, I just gave her my phone when I was ordering a laptop and said, here, pick out the one you want. She went through. She took a smaller, kind of smaller printer as kind of her starter one. It was only I think 150 or something. So it was exactly the one she wanted, and it works because I would have had no idea, and I probably would have bought one more expensive or the wrong one. I actually still, even though she asked for the $150 one, I saw that there was another one $250 up, and just bigger, and I almost did that, and I was like, don't. That's the one she wanted. Just give her exactly the one she wanted, and if we want to upgrade later, then we upgrade later. The Galaxy Pro also got my girlfriend a drawing computer tablet for Xmas. She needs a computer. Thinking of giving her a laptop and getting the one you got. Yeah, this thing has been awesome, Ed. It really has. It is so thin. It is thinner than my phone. So it's pretty crazy. I haven't really used it as a tablet. This is the 2-in-1 model, so you could take the screen and completely flip it over and make it a tablet. It would look great as a tablet because I have a 15-inch monitor, and the color scheme, the monitor is the same as their phones. So I am very careful with it, and I get scared of using it as a tablet because I don't want it to break. I have not gotten a screen protector for it, but the laptop has been freaking amazing. Yes, happy birthday, Chris. Everybody's saying hi. Just noticed you changed your logo, Paul. How'd you come up with it? Yeah, I was thinking, I was getting tired of always seeing just, my face up on the screen, especially when, somebody will put a comment up and then leave it there. Then they're going on, and I'm looking at the screen and seeing my face for sometimes 10, 15 minutes and going, get that off the screen. I do not want to look at myself. No one wants to look at that for that long. So I was trying to think of something, and I know I need a new banner. I got one of those default like templates from Canva and worked with that. So I know I wanted to upgrade that. And I'm thinking, you know what? Let me do a new logo. Let me do a new channel art. I'm going to do the cover, like the banner, during my vacation, because that will take more time because I'm very picky and I don't consider myself that creative when it comes to graphical and images and things like that. And I'm also cheap. I don't feel like even paying $5 on Fiverr for someone to create one. So last night I was just playing around on Canva and I was like, you know what? Let me try to think of something. I think Jen had mentioned something before about just doing something with FSG in the logo, just really simple. So I was looking around. I was like, you know what? Let me just put a shield and then put FSG in it. So I was really playing around with how I wanted to stagger the letters in it. And then when I was done, I had the white space around the shield. And I'm like, I need something there. I just don't like the white space. And I was like, you know what? Let me tie in some sports somehow. And I took, you know, the green grass, like the artificial turf, and put that in as the background. But I knew if I did a new logo, I wanted it to be something simple and clean. And I kind of feel that is. Still not sure how I feel about the shield on there, but it was just something when I was going through Canva, I was like, this looks like it's something for me to put like FSG in. And since everyone's been calling me FSG now in chats with how many Pauls there are in this space, I just felt it worked. So let me just put FSG. Everybody knows who it is, and we'll go with that. Do a little bit of branding, I guess. Love the Galaxy S8 and S9. Yep, I love the Galaxies. Good morning, Q. What's going on? Man, I had you running a lot yesterday. You had all your lives going. Thank you for your support, man, and doing the same. I truly appreciate it, man. Cajun root seller. Jen means reseller. Damn, Q, you just had a live. Go to sleep. Yeah, you gonna be on live tonight, Q? Hustle Q. Yes, paid someone to make me one, and it was quite a headache. And that's the thing I don't want. I don't want to pay $5 for something, $5-10 on a site like that, and then go back and forth with the person like, no, I don't like that, change that, and then maybe get something I'm not happy with. If I'm going to pay for the logo and channel art, I'm going to pay somebody that I know knows what they're doing and probably pay more than I should. So let me try this out myself, see if I can come up with something I like. I was talking to Kay Passports last night, sent her. She was like, oh, yeah, that looks pretty good. And I sent it to somebody else, and they were like, yeah, it looks cool. So I popped it on last night. Figured I'd go in some chats and see, you know, what kind of the reaction is. Because, you know, when we see logo changes, we mention it. So I put that on, and it was a good response from people. So I figured I would, you know, roll with it. There was quite a few comments right away from people like, yo, you changed your logo. We like it. And that was cool. So I just figured at that point, I'm just going to leave it. When I do the banner, depending on how the banner looks, there might be some tweaks because I don't know which direction I'm going to go to with the banner. Because I think for the banner, I got to figure out what direction I go with the channel. So I figured I'd hold off on that as I think things through. Warcraft, Ohio, what's going on, buddy? Good morning. Thanks for stopping in. Dawn, you still haven't done anything with it now that they finished it. Oh, Dawn. Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. I hope Robert wound up going on a losing streak and then keep winning all them prizes from you. You're going to start making people mad thinking you two are in on it together. Wasn't a Fiverr person. It was oh, that's different then. Good artist is terrible at business. That sucks. That's unfortunate. Hello to everybody that Johnny missed. All right. Man, she's calling him by the full name, Q. Damn. Yo, Q, you had me cracking up when you, the one girl from your job that came in with her full name, and you're like, who are you? I don't know you. You're new to my chat. Who are you? That was Q. Q, come on. Somebody from my job popped on here. With their first and last name, I think I know who they were. You understand? Roman doesn't approve of the logo because I didn't send it to him. Roman, that's because you were on your COVID bed, still recovering from COVID and the Browns. try to give you a break, man. What's going on, Charles? How are you? Good morning. Thanks for stopping in. Do appreciate it. It is 11 a.m. and I got 23 people in here. I'm happy about that. Thank you guys. I appreciate all the support. I always wondered what the significance of your banner was. We're not big sports fans. Yeah, I never put any real thought on it. I just was looking for something sports and was being lazy. No, okay, trust me, I thought it was shit. I did, totally did. But I was like, just going through the templates, and I'm like, this is the closest thing to sports, and he's shooting. It's like sports. But then again, it didn't accurately also go on my channel. Yeah, I'm the sports guy, but I'm talking reselling. I'm not talking sports. So it probably wasn't a good idea either, even though I have like reselling topics in the banner. But yeah, sorry, I just saw a comment. Jen, you're crazy. So yeah, the new banner, it's definitely going to be more in line of where the direction is I take this channel, and I'm just thinking of ways to do that one. Kay approves Roman, so that's all that matters. There you go, Roman. How to get a girl's opinion, Roman? Because guys, we're just going to go, yeah, cool. All right. And Brown's later sauce, I got more sick. Yeah, well, I'm sure. I just got a question for your coach. Carlson, one of the best kickers in the league. Yeah, we're used to coaches trying to ice kickers. Carlson's one of the best kickers. Do you think you're going to ice him? Especially with the wind in that game? Like if you saw the top of the goalpost, that wind was straight across. Carlson kicks, narrowly makes that field goal. But it didn't matter. He called a timeout trying to ice him. A kicker like Carlson, with wind like that, he narrowly makes a field goal. You know the next kick is going to be freaking buried because he's so good that he goes, all right, the wind is going like this. The ball only cut this much. I need to put it here to cut this much. And then Carlson buried it straight down the middle. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. He made both kicks, and not like he missed the first one. But it would have been more embarrassing if he did miss that first one, because he would have corrected his mistake. He's just that good at his job. Just reminds me, when we play beer pong and stuff like that, you throw a shot and you see it curve a little bit to the right. You're like, all right, aim a little more to the left, and then boom, you hit the cup. It was just dumb. There was just no reason to take that time out. Like, I mean, you would have pretty much screwed yourself if he had missed the first kick, because you knew he wasn't missing the second. Jen likes the logo as well. I was hoping for a bunch of balls in there. That's just me. Jen, I was debating it. I was like, should I put a couple like a football or baseball or something else in there? I was really debating on it. What is this? Wish this wasn't Thursdays. Oh, damn, yeah. That sucks. Trying to find some clinics for my oldest son to go to for baseball over the next couple months before junior high tryouts. And there's one we found that's Thursdays, and it's only $25 a kid, but it's on Thursdays, and that's when they're with their dad. Talk to you in a little while. All right, Dawn, go get some work done. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out. Jen wants a bunch of balls. Noted. Jen always would like a bunch of balls. She would love to see Chuck spanking Chris. She might like to join in on that, but yeah. When I saw your logo on my live, I thought someone was trying to steal your identity. How cute. Yeah, I figure, it's always going to confuse people. I can't wait to see how confused my boy Leroy is, because whenever any of us change our logo, Leroy is fully confused. He's like, who is this? Because he recognizes us more by the logos than the name. So, okay, doesn't everyone? Uh-oh. Play calling at them was just horrible. I was screaming at the running play call. Yep, they should have called the pass play. Yeah, that game was just like, they were shorthanded, but they totally should have won that game. Like, it's just, the coach just isn't good. What's going on, Paul? Good morning. You came into screwing in balls. Very nice. Yep. Well, what do you expect? You got Jen here. You got Chuck here. Chuck's wanting to spank gingers today. It's just a crazy day. You could tell the holidays are here and everybody's just ready to take a nice break from everything. Jen changed her name. Yes, she did. She's been talking about it for the past week. Something to go with, her vlog style channel, something more in line with that. And that's what she came up with. I think she did very well with it. Doing a very simple banner, but love the way it turned out. I still need to come up with a logo. Yeah. Like I said, this weekend I'm working on the banner and try to get something that kind of goes with the logo, cleaner, and says more about whatever direction I'm taking this channel. Jen, there are balls on sale at Dick's. I don't think those are the kind of, that's clever, but I don't think those are kind of the balls Jen prefers. Joe Dempsey, what's going on, man? How are you? Thanks for popping in, smashing that like. I do appreciate it. Jen doesn't want to be pigeonholed. And that's right. I haven't got the chance to watch yesterday's video yet, but I will probably have that on today, actually, I think in the car when I go to my meeting this afternoon, because I will be in the car till about 3:30. The Philly Beach Boys, they go off at 3. So yeah, I'll have about a half hour right there. I could pop Jen's in the car while I'm heading to the meeting. Swamp Picker, what's going on? How are you? Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Oh. All right. And thinking of that, I do need to get some of that work done for this meeting. I keep starting to do the reports, and then I get caught up in the chat, which is always the case. But as long as I get a little bit done, I'm going to be good. Journalists keep journals. What do analysts keep? Good question. That's a good question. Yeah, that was a good game last night, Paul, with the Birds. I was curious what was going on in that first quarter. They kind of look a little shook. I mean, I don't know if it was just they thought they were going to walk all over the Skins, or it's the rust with Jalen Hurts. But that was great. But yeah, I mean, Jalen Hurts shook it off, and man, the Eagles, they looked good in that second half, and even the last part of the second quarter. I did kind of cut some letters off there, didn't I? What's going on, Roy? How are you? Love the honesty of my title. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun just saying the chasing YouTube pennies. Because, I mean, that's what we're all doing when we first start off on YouTube and realize there's a chance to get monetized. We chase it down. So figured I will go with these chasing YouTube pennies till I get there. Then after that, I'll have to come up with a new clever name. No, Jennifer, she's loved this name ever since I came up with it. The first time I sent her a thumbnail and the title, she was cracking up. I sent it to a couple people and they were like, yeah, that's good. That works. Definitely, Kay. Definitely glad she's back. She's definitely made these chats a lot more fun. We forgot that it is the truth. And I feel like that's been the Eagles for years. And they start to struggle more and more when the coaches think they are more than what they are. They're a great running team. And honestly, with all the problems they have on their offensive line right now and all the injuries and all the COVID protocols, run the ball. That's always been said throughout football has been played. When you have an inexperienced offensive line or just an offensive line not used to working together, run the ball. Because then the guys know, all I got to do is go out and hit that person and get them out of the way and open up this hole. It's a lot different than pass protection, where you guys have to work together. Running, just get out and lay some blocks and open out a hole and let that running back do his thing. And that's what they need to focus on. But every Eagles coach always goes, man, but I got a quarterback that can throw, can scramble out and make a pass. I got some wide receivers. Let me just go start passing the ball. And then they start to struggle. Yeah, I got the answer. Do I get a cookie or better yet, a Spanky? Chuck, looking forward to tomorrow's show. Yeah, Chuck, you didn't tell me. I mean, I didn't see the thumbnail yet, but who's your guys' guest tomorrow? Who do you guys have on? Yes. Only spank gingers, Jen. Chuck, have you met Jen? She does not mind changing her hair color. It may be ginger by this afternoon, just so you will spank her. You four are going to be a good time. Oh, is Roy on the show tomorrow? Okay. Jen has some ginger in her hair, though, Chuck. Right, Kay? You know, if He needs it all ginger. Jen will go all ginger for you, Chuck. She want that spanking. This has definitely been a fun morning. Thank you for this, guys. So all that resell full time. What are you guys going to be doing during the holidays? In between Christmas and New Year's, are you going to take some time off from your listing? Take some time off like some people do in, the 8 to 5 world, or are you just going to keep plugging on like you normally do? I'm sure Paul's probably going to be at his auction house on Monday, cleaning out everything there. But I don't know about anybody else. Like, will you be working all week? I was just typing Ginger can be arranged. Y'all know me so well. We do, Jen, and we missed you so much in your time out. But you know what? It's something we all need at times from the tube. I mean, we all get burnt out. We all get tired of the same old, same old. Can't do it. Just can't do it. But take time off. What's that? Yeah, it's funny. Like I've said, I'll be taking time off from my regular job, but not the reselling and YouTube side. Man, these people are talking about starting conditioning drills already after the holidays for football. That sounds early. We weren't planning on starting until springtime. Whew. If they plan on doing these conditioning workouts outside, it's too cold for that in January, February. I love football, but I'm not doing conditioning drills outside in the wintertime. Fuck that. Oh, that's awesome. You did get approved for Whatnot. That's awesome. First sale is next week. I did hear you actually talking about that yesterday. I didn't know when your first sale would be. That's awesome. I'll definitely have to pop in on that. Some of the auctions I've been bidding on high bid, I'm trying to get a stockpile of sports cards and comics, and thinking about applying for Whatnot since once I got a little stack of that and could possibly do a few videos and possibly some sales there, see what everybody's talking about. But I figured I probably should go with more of stuff I know, like the sports cards, with it being a video-based like type auction. I just think it's easier for me to talk about stuff I know than trying to say, oh, look at this nativity piece. It's a nativity piece. If I could talk about a card and a player and just really try to get people into it. But it's something I'm thinking about. We'll see what some of these high bids do and see how much they could replenish my inventory, because I've been lotting up a lot of my junk cards just to get them out. Hey, Paul, yes. Chuck's been disappointing women for 35 years. Paul does auctions. Only on Whatnot, Roy. You should check that out. You would make a killing. Oh, I could totally see Roy doing well on Whatnot. 100%. And I don't know how you do on YouTube with your auctions, Roy. But from what I'm hearing about with Whatnot, you and your personality, dude, I think you can make a killing on Whatnot. Especially with a lot of the stuff you sell. Oh, yeah. I definitely think you would do really well on there. Directly from Sin, so I might have to check Best Buy. Yeah, Ed, when I looked at mine, when I got mine, it was $1,500. I don't know what the specs are on the one you're looking at, because they have different hard drive sizes, RAM, all that. Mine was $1,500, and Best Buy for Black Friday had it down to $1,000. So that was freaking awesome. So that's where I got mine. They might have some deals, after the holiday. Everything's starting to come off those container ships now. So all that stuff people thought they would be selling for Christmas, they're going to have to mark down next month. I am approved. Yeah, I was told that is legit. Oh, so you were approved. Yeah, Roy, you need to get on that. I think you could do really well. Really well. You can sell 60 items in one show. Arbitrage had a sports card auction on Monday. One. Wow. Yeah, I think this might be something I have to do. Maybe Chuck is busy. Yes, Patrick Murphy and I are on his show tomorrow. Chuck's not busy. He's too busy trying to find Chris to spank him right now. He could take a moment to answer my question, Roy. But you and Patrick Murphy are going to be on. That should be fun. But 100 singles in one auction. Wow, Paul. How long was he on for? Was he on for like an hour, half hour? So another different times, aren't there? I actually have not gone on and watched any whatnot. I have the app downloaded, just haven't created an account yet. I need to get on that. Make more on YouTube than FeeBay at this point, but yes, interested in more options and platforms. Well, that's good to know. I'm glad you're doing well on YouTube like that with auctions. I've never known how people do with their YouTube auctions. Been curious about it, but I'm not going to ask somebody what they're making off of theirs. But YouTube auctions were never in the car for me. That's not something I want to do on my channel. But possibly doing it on whatnot, that might be a different story. I want to put in the extra work. Yeah, Jen, that's the other thing. Like with me, extra work. Basketball season just started. I am head coaching 2 teams, assistant on another. So I have a lot of stuff going on. Like we actually start practice tonight. Do I want something else on my table? But you know what? With what I do on eBay and the time it takes me to list, if I could get stuff together, maybe do a whatnot auction instead, it might be better for somebody like me who's actually busier. They still haven't gotten to my application on whatnot, unfortunately. It's so weird, Ed. I've heard some people say they could submit an application and within like 36 hours, they're approved, they're ready to go. Then I've heard other people say it takes them weeks. So yeah, it's very strange. Looking at all the high specs too, the big screen and high presses available. Okay. Yeah, so it must just be cheap, a little bit cheaper going directly to the source. Chuck is definitely on the toilet. Well, then you think he really would be talking right now. 1.5 hours he was on. Okay. But yeah, still 100 cards, hour and a half. That's freaking awesome. And cards, that's easy as hell to ship. Like those are so easy to ship. What's going on, Joe? Good morning. Thanks for stopping in. Looking forward to the show today. Are you guys going to be all dressed up and festive for the Christmas holiday? Or is it just going to be usual? I hope you guys get Dan as fired up as you did last week because that was pretty entertaining. It was a good show for sure. Less time, less drama, immediate pay. And, you know, now that I'm talking it through right now with you guys, for somebody like me in my busy schedule compared to eBay, it might be something a little bit easier. Especially if I don't make it as boring as my pre-records. I just got to make sure, you know, you got to show your personality too and whatnot. From what I've heard, you've got to be fun, engaging, and really, you know, in tune with the audience and just keep it moving. Q's got to go to work. You have a blessed day, and everyone in the chat. Yo, Q, I'll check you tonight if you're live. I'll definitely stop in. I always appreciate you watching, man. Oh, yeah, that's right. Chuck's at his 9 to 5. I forgot about that. Don't even tell number 2 who's boss. That's funny. Good morning. Hey, Chuck. Hello, Chuck. Oh, yeah. Joe says, hey. Paul says hello. I wonder how confused Chuck just got right there. Did Chuck think one of them said it twice? Because I know I just did, looking at it really fast. Oh. All right, let me print this out. Yeah, so today I'll be going through to this one school, go through their whole school district, just make sure, you know, nothing's changed when it comes to architecture, which really it doesn't. And no, I don't want to do it that way. How do I do it? Just basically going through, we surveyed this school probably like 10, 15 years ago, well before I was employed with the company. So we're going to go through and refresh it. That way we can give them some accurate data on how much time it takes for their staff to clean. But of course, I have prep work I need to do because instead of just going through and counting the entire rooms, I'm going to bring a spreadsheet of what we already have and spot check. I do not feel like going into every room, verifying every goddamn thing. Just don't like wasting my time. And that's what I feel like it would be. Hello, Joe. Go Birds. Go Colts. Yep. Eagles fans will agree with you there. I mean, they want the Colts to do well because now they got the Colts first round draft pick next year for Carson Wentz. I will say I'm glad to see Wentz doing well there. I think the change of scenery was great for him. And obviously, Frank Reich is a good coach for him. The two of them definitely mesh well together. And Jonathan Taylor, man, that dude is turning into a beast this year, a complete beast. That's been great to watch. Like, he was good last year. Injuries took a little bit of a toll, and they were still trying to use Marlon Mack and other people. I don't know why. It's awesome that they're just going Taylor this year because that dude is taking the next step, and he is definitely one of the elite running backs in the NFL now, if not the best. Jennifer Hayes, hydrate. Yes, Joe, Mike, and Dan, the working hangout at 1 o'clock today. Taylor is incredible. I regret not drafting him this year. He was on the board in my money league, and of course, I took Saquon Barkley. I normally stay away from my Giants players, but it was the 9th pick of the first round, and 9, even knowing he'd missed the first week or two, you'd think you'd be okay. But freaking injuries. I wish I had taken Taylor at that point instead. Taylor was picked 40th in the draft. All the other teams had a chance. Yes, they did. And I think that's the great thing about running backs. It's been proven time and time again. You snooze, you lose. Yep. You don't need to take running backs early in the draft. You don't. Like, running backs come out of nowhere sometimes. You could draft running backs later, and you put a great offensive line in front of them. They're going to be great. You put it okay, they're going to be good. And then you have some guys that just fall under the radar and then come in with the chip on their shoulder too and just perform. But I just think running back now, especially how offenses are, you don't need to take them early. There's just no point anymore when it comes to the actual NFL draft. Even with seeing how often running backs were injured this year, I'm sure a lot of you that do fantasy, in at least one of your leagues, you're probably decimated by injuries at running back because we all take them in the first 2 rounds. I'm thinking next year, I might not even take any in the first 2 rounds. What is going on up there? There must be a delivery truck outside because my dog is going nuts up there. Just heard like falling and jumping, and there must be a delivery guy. Hopefully not to our house because we do not need my wife ordering any more stuff. We got enough. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, he's a good one. Regina Michelle, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. It looks like you guys have a good show tonight, you and Derek. Boy, Leroy is going to be on, flipping Eric. That should definitely be a good show. You guys are ending the year on a good note. That is definitely going to be a fun one to watch. Can't wait to hear more talk about those booty wipes tonight. Hopefully Leroy brings them on the show too. Fuck, that didn't sort. What the hell? See, I'm messing up now. I have every school still in there instead of just the one I'm working on today. Richard's still here. Hi, Jennifer. Regina, everybody's saying hi. And as I remember, I feel people laughed at the Colts for getting Wentz. They totally did. Philly people gave up on him, which I didn't understand. From what I saw last year, Wentz wasn't the only problem in Philly. So I think he got too much of the blame for what was going on. I don't think he had a good attitude here anymore, and that was part of the reason. But yeah, I think it was a great change of scenery for him, and it's good to see him do well. 913 area code. What the hell is that? Kansas City. Huh. There's a possibility that's somebody from work. Because our corporate office is out there in Missouri. In the Kansas City area. Oh no, it looks like putting up the number. It's just a robocaller warning, but we'll see. All right, back to this chat. So I got cool in here. Yes, Regina brings all the cool. Jen, love the new name. Yes, that name is pretty good. Hello, Chuck. There's Esme Link. All right, everybody just saying hi. Going to KC, Missouri next month. That's awesome, Misha. I am truly hoping our company early in the year lifts the no travel, because I would really love to get out there. Just get away for a couple days. We always have fun at those work meetings out in St. Joe. A lot of alcohol, a lot of good food, and all paid for by the company. So that's always a great trip. And would love to get out there and just see some of the people that you work with and you haven't seen in years now because of the pandemic. And also meet some of the new people that have come on board during that time. So I'm hoping they do that. I just recently started meeting some of the new people in our local office because I've been in there a few times over the last couple weeks training some of our sales guys on stuff. So I've been meeting some of our new office staff. So that's nice. But yeah, I would love to get out to Kansas City again. I just love that area. I mean, St. Joe's not the greatest, but the food and the drink, the food will always get me. Casey is always fun, no work, all play for me. See, there's usually minimal work because it's usually just meetings and just explaining new stuff to us and, where we want to go. And I usually just in my head, I'm sleeping the whole time because I hate long meetings. But I just focus on the food and drink part. How did I do this? And that's what I will be focusing on that day as well. Once we get back out there, we've already been talking about what we may do and where we may meet when that time comes, because we know it's coming. And there's a chance we might not actually go to Kansas City because our boss is based in Minnesota. So he's been talking about possibly going out to like Minnesota, the Hutchinson area, which if they do that, it better be in the spring or summer. I ain't trying to go out there in the winter. But there's also been talk of maybe like Cali or something like that because we have, offices all across the country. All right. Sorry if I start getting a little quiet at times, guys. I do have to try to get a little bit of this work situated for today. But once I get these reports set, run, I can easily just start grabbing Excel files and talking like normal. There's Night's Life YouTube. Again, guys, he's got Santa on this weekend. You need to check that out. Santa is going to be stopping by his show Saturday night in the UK. For us, I believe that is, I think your show is usually mid to late afternoon for us here stateside. But yeah, guys, definitely check that out if you have not checked out Richard's channel. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Have a good day. And if I don't talk to you before the holiday, Merry Christmas. I'm looking up top comps now, taking a break from the regular job. I love taking breaks from the regular job. That's always a good time. Why is this not? Yeah, so the fixtures I'm mainly going to be checking at that school today is basically just their desks, tables, sinks, and toilets. Exciting, isn't it? But that's the stuff that we found, takes the most time to clean in a school. So I just want to make sure those numbers are still right. And if they are, move it on. And when it comes to things like desks, those change in a school every year per room. So if I've got 30 in the system and I see they have, 28, I'm not even changing it because next year it might be back to 30. Yeah, no problem, Richard. No problem at all. I have no problem promoting anybody, especially people I enjoy watching. For sure. Love being able to go back and forth, got laundry and dishes going. That's awesome, Misha. I got laundry going now. I wouldn't be surprised if I hear the dryer going off in a few minutes. Of course, I went to do a bunch of laundry this morning and found clothes in the washing machine. Kids' clothes that have likely been there in the washing machine, finished running since Friday night or Saturday morning. We leave it on them to do their laundry. So usually the hallway upstairs, when there's a pile of clothes I have to walk over to get to the restroom up there or their bedroom, they get in trouble and they've got to start doing laundry. But then they start playing their video games and they forget and fall behind. And then eventually it's late at night and a load will go in like the wash. And because it was late at night before they go to bed, it gets forgotten about. So of course I had to rerun the washer this morning because who knows how long they've been sitting in the washer, damp and wet. And the same, just shouting you out on today's Vlogmas video. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You didn't have to, but I do appreciate that. Ew, moldy smell. Oh my God, I couldn't leave it. Oh my God, I know. I walked down the steps to the basement and I saw the washing machine lid close and I was like, oh, these fucking kids, these kids. Thankfully, when I opened it, there was no moldy mildew smell, but we did rerun that, and that's now in the dryer. I was trying to get as much as my stuff done before I went to my meeting. That way, I could just come home from work and fold everything, and then start off vacation without any laundry to do and just really chill. Yeah, but unfortunately, that might not be the case. But it's still early. It's 11:30. I don't have to leave here until about 2:45, so still got plenty of time. All right, let me start transferring this stuff. See, Misha, I'm actually using both screens now. I'm actually am working. You proud of me, Misha? I do a little bit of work sometimes. Me and one of my best friends have that joke all the time. He works for Verizon. He's like a engineer for the area. Like he has to go just do like the troubleshooting type stuff. Like he'll go down to the Eagles games. If there's a problem there, he's got to fix what's going on. But he's also worked from home. Him and I will sit on the phone all day or just meet up and do football stuff for the league. And the joke is always like, man, are you actually working today? You got something you actually got to do? Because we both, with the work at home, you get all that extra free time working from home. As long as the work's done, nobody really cares. Damn, wrong thing. I mean, I'm sure the bosses would care, but at the same time, you got to understand when people work from home. All right. Finally, proof. Yep, there you go. There you go, Misha. I do work. Sometimes. Sometimes. All right, yeah. Copy this. Nice thing is after I get this done, I might stop for the day. I just really don't feel it. I'm in the vacation mode. I woke up in that great mood and yeah. Do two screens too. Always have to use both, comparing stuff to stuff. Yeah, I'm back and forth. Sometimes I can get away with one. Sometimes I need two. For when I use one, it's usually, it used to be YouTube on one and then work on one. And then when I need both, obviously, I'll cover up the YouTube one. But now that I got my laptop, I just set that here on the side and just do my work here. And I've actually found, since I'm able to take YouTube off my computer monitors, my work monitors, I'm actually a little more productive because it could be here on the side and I'm just working. My job is boring as fuck. Can't just look at my work screens. I zone out. Yes. Multiple screens are great, Chuck. They really are. I was actually toying around for a little while before I got this laptop, actually taking my laptop, putting it here, and trying to make it 3 screens instead of 2. But I didn't. I got myself a laptop and just figured I would start doing everything off of the work computer and just leave that the work computer. Woke up and I got a lot of jokes early mode. Yeah, I was up early and I was firing. Yeah, I'm just in vacation mode. It's just a good mood today. Fortunately, I'm going to be working with one of the salespeople later in the day that, depending on his day, could take me out of that good mood really quick. So I'm hoping that's not the case today. Hoping. Maybe. So hopefully it's a good afternoon. I try to do these projects by myself just because it's easier to me. I know what I'm doing and I move so quickly that I can get a lot of stuff done just super quick on my own. I get slowed down when I'm working with somebody else, and it's the case when we work together, but he usually insists on being together and working together. I can't blame him because I am at one of his customers. So at the same time, I understand the salesperson wanting to be there if you're with one of their customers. Some of the guys, they don't give a damn. That's what I prefer, because just let me go in, do my thing, and I'll give you an update on how it all went. Okay. That's always the easiest way. Of course. Why is that not? Oh, that's stupid. I hate these freaking blank lines on Excel. For some reason, this always comes up with blank lines. Man, that's funny. As soon as I actually started doing work, man, the chat dropped. Dropped quick from 20-something people all the way down to 12. And now I even got some trolls starting to, some YouTube bots popping in. Take care of that. Yes, Debbie Downers, negative Nancy's, people that just want to be involved in everything they don't need to be involved in. But that's what we get, especially working with salespeople. I would love to find something that can pay close to what I get now and get me out of a sales field, but I don't think that's going to happen. That's why it's on this sheet. And one of these reports, when it translates to Excel, it puts in blank lines in between every line. So when I'm trying to copy from one report to the other, it's like half the stuff isn't there because of these damn blank freaking lines. We are all working. Yes. Well, I just meant in general resume, like I saw the viewer number like cut in half as soon as I started working. But that is fine. I'm sure there are other people on. I know Gail and Aaron usually come on around this time, and there's some other people. There's a lot of people doing lives now as well. But that's fine with me. Just be here and chat with the people that are here and work on getting them hours. Misha's a sucker. Aren't we all, Misha? I hate this. I wish there was a way just to mass delete all these lines without having to click on all of them. There probably is. I just don't know. I surprisingly don't know Excel well. I know just enough basics to act like I do and to be able to do what I have to do. Working because money and then fun. Yeah, I mean, there's a good payoff for working. There really is. It's just nobody likes doing the work, especially for somebody else. Oh, yeah, there's a couple people on right now. Jackass, Jimmy Dark Counter, Gail and Aaron, Susanna. Yes, I'd probably be hopping around myself right now if I wasn't live. I'll probably go for a little while longer and then get some lunch before Joe and the boys come on. I'll stick around for a little bit longer. Trying to get used to these longer lives because I feel like next week I'm going to have some really long ones to try to close that gap to 4,000. I just want to have this done. Like I shouldn't rush it because where I'm at, I'm going to get to 4,000 hours eventually. But I just feel like if I want to make some changes to the channel, if I decide to truly go that route, I'd rather just do that at the start of the year, but have the monetization aspect of it taken care of. That way I could just start off like January, like it's new, make whatever changes, but at the same time, not have to worry about subs or hours. Because even though it's something I shouldn't worry about, you know, you look there, it's just human nature. You see like, oh, I'm getting close to getting some monetization, getting some YouTube pennies, and then you start focusing on that instead of your content. Jen's packing up orders. Those dang bots. Those bots are all over the place lately. They've been crazy. I still got to watch that video Jen sent me to how to get rid of those VARC.tech bots. Chuck's job is usually rewarding, but the last few months have been challenging. That's disappointing, Chuck. Now, Chuck, I can't remember. What do you do again? Yeah, it's like right now with YouTube, like you've got that little carrot dangling in front of you, like, hey, here's a check right here. Come get me. So it's like takes all your focus. At least that's how I kind of feel. I'm sure a lot of people are the same way, and others are like, no, I don't even care. I just keep making content. Chuck's a lawyer? No way. No way. Chuck can't be a lawyer. Really, Chuck? Are you just the security guard at the lawyer's office? Protecting him? Or are you actually a lawyer? Will Marcy verify that story? Pimp? That sounds a little more right for you, Chuck. That does sound a little more accurate. Shepherd. Those all sound a lot more like what they would be, Chuck. A lot more. P1. Oh. So Tracy, if you're still here, are you going to be joining Shay tonight on her show? Or is it going to be just back to Shay and maybe the boys if they pop on? I haven't looked at any of the thumbnails yet for tonight. I know myself, I was debating on maybe, oh my God, we got another bot? Man, that's crazy. It's like they know Jennifer left and now they're all running in trying to get somebody to click on some links. I run the testing center at a local university. We help students with... Oh, okay. Also do some certification testing for engineers and teachers. Ah, that's cool. Shay and the boys. It would, Misha. I mean, we know who runs this show and keeps everybody in line. I mean, then again, is anybody keeping Jake in line? Jake's just all over the place. Love watching Jake. It's hilarious. Glad he's feeling better and past his little COVID bout. But yeah, I was, I mean, obviously with me not working now for the next week and a half after tonight, I was thinking, you know, I'm going to be up later. Tomorrow I do have to get up at 6:30 just to make sure the kids are up for school. But other than that, I'm going to be up later now for the next week and a half at least. So I was thinking maybe I might go do a later live tonight and just go on like, you know, like 11:30 something, just to kill some time while I'm up, because there's no reason for me to go to sleep early. There's no reason for me to do so. Give me a chance to get some late night eBay work done and then sleep in the morning. And make the wife happier because she's on vacation too, and she hates when I'm up early. You got more boss than the Jetsons. Shay's whispers, Jake's kryptonite. What's going on, Harry? How are you? Good morning. Yeah, it's still morning. You've missed a pretty entertaining morning, Chuck or Harry. Pretty entertaining. We've had spanking and balls and all types of things going on around here. It's been one big freak show this morning, and it's been a lot of fun. I mean, as you could tell, I mean, Chuck's here. Oh, wow, they got a lot of extra shit in this building. Faculty room. Wrong one. Everybody saying hi, Joe. What were you doing spanking Chuck? Yeah. Chuck's going around Wisconsin looking for some gingers today, Harry. He's in a ginger mood right now. So what do you got going on for the holidays, Harry? Are you working all next week? Are you on call? Are you on vacation just enjoying life next week? And will you be having any of your lives this weekend? Or will you be with family completely on Christmas Eve and Christmas night? That's a bad boy. That he is. All right, that one's done. Let me save this so I don't accidentally fuck it up and have to start all over. See, I'm starting to get a little bit better at this, staying quiet for a moment to make sure I get something done. It's taking some getting used to, but I'm starting to. Hopefully it doesn't get too boring when I shut up. All right. Chuck's a bad boy. Chuck has a thing for red hair, eating, drinking, and I'm off for the week. Stay tuned. That sounds like a good week, Harry. I'm on vacation myself, starting at about 5:30 tonight, and it will be a fun week for sure. You start tomorrow at 4. Awesome. That's great. I already found out Marcy does the spanking last Beardo show, though. It's probably why Chuck's out searching for redheads to spank. He needs to get his spanking in elsewhere. Yeah, that's going to be a fun week next week, seeing Harry off. I'm sure he'll be out cruising the town, making some new finds, and then some fun lives in the evening time. All right. Now, if Harry's off on Monday, is he going to try and go to that local auction house with a flipper? I don't know if Paul's still here. But you're going to try and go with him, Harry? Has he told you where that secret place is? Marcy does the spanking. That's still so funny. Yeah, I got to look. I'm sure I've got some by me. I really want to just go to one and just see it in person. Even if I don't auction and try to win anything, I just would love to go and actually see one of these in person. I mean, I've seen Chuck's videos of all the auctions he goes to. It looks so entertaining. Like, I feel like I could go in there, have a drink, and bring a bag of popcorn and just kind of enjoy the show. Chuck's parole officer will be calling any second. I am probably sure about that. All right, I'm off to the post office. See y'all. Thanks for the entertainment punch. Thanks, Jen. It was a fun morning. I'm sure I'll see you later this afternoon. No, my son Spurs, the basketball game Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Okay, cool. Yeah, we started basketball practice. Well, I had the draft for my daughter's 3rd and 4th grade team last night. Had the 7th and 8th grade last night. We have our first practice tonight with the 7th and 8th grade team that I'm coaching. So that'll be a lot of fun now that basketball is back. Unfortunately, we have so many teams in our rec league this year that we don't have enough gym space. In the past years, it's been one night of practice, one game during the night, weeknight, and then one game on a Saturday. This year, there's so many teams that we have one practice during the week and a game on Saturday. That's it. The 3rd and 4th graders, they had over 60 kids register this year. And we only have 6 teams. So there's 10 kids per team, which is insane for a 3rd and 4th grade rec team. Like, how much teaching can you really do to these kids? They tried to make it 8 teams, but there just wasn't enough gym space. In Abington, you have 4 different organizations using gyms for basketball. You have the Roslyn Boys and Girls Club. You have the Glenside. You have the CYOs. You have ones from Cheltenham coming over to use our gym space because Cheltenham's not allowing gym space there. So it's just so much gym space being used by so many people, and we just couldn't make 2 more teams because we just didn't have the space, which is unfortunate because it works a lot better having 7 or 8 kids per team, because then you could really teach the kids, give the kids a lot of playing time. And we all know at 3rd and 4th grade, when you're 9 and 10, 8, you're getting better by playing time. But having 10 kids is also very easy when it comes to substitutions as a coach, because I'd be like, you 5 off, you 5 in. And with it being a rec league, and I've coached the rec league for years now, and I've coached travel sports, rec league doesn't mean much to me. It's just about teaching the kids and having fun. I don't really have a great day. I'm out on the floors. Later. All right, Harry, have a good day. I'll talk to you later. I have to watch people at auctions even when I'm not participating. It's like watching pro poker players sometimes. I'm sure it is. It's something I would love to see. Even if I never get into auctions and decide to do them, it would just be fun to watch the show and see how things go. Ooh, I just got the alert. Chuck, the season finale tonight, Hawkeye. Me and the kids were actually talking about that this morning. We are all excited. As soon as I get home from basketball practice, we are running to the rec room and turning on Disney Plus and watching that tonight. I am dying to see Kingpin. Dying to see that tonight. That is going to be freaking awesome. I have been waiting to see when he will show up on this show for weeks now, and it is finally here. Seeing him at the end of this show was like, what? All right. And it's nice to see it actually be Kingpin, the actual Kingpin from the Netflix universe. Hopefully they start bringing over all those characters. I've heard rumors that if they do Luke Cage, they want to recast him, but I actually thought that guy did pretty well. I really did. Now, yes, Kingpin. Yeah, I'm so glad they left Vincent in there in that role. Now, if they do Jessica Jones and bring her over, I feel like they need to switch her. I'm not a Kristen Ritter fan. I can't stand her as an actress. Everything about her, just her face, everything just annoys me. I'm just not a fan. So I would love to see a different character play that. I mean, she fitted well. I just not a fan of her. Is that the auction? It's so great to be honest. Yeah, Misha, I was watching that last night. I've loved watching Paul's auction videos. Those are just so entertaining. I messaged him yesterday, or no, I actually commented it, and I was like, how many people are starting to hate you at those auctions? Because I mean, I know he's always showing just a lot of the ones he won. I know there's a lot he didn't win. But I just figured, like, new guy on the scene, all those boomers in there, probably be like, yo, who the fuck is this new kid coming in here and taking everything? What's up, Amber? Glad you're back. How are you? Who was annoying? The girl who played Jessica Jones in the Netflix series, Kristen Ritter. I just find her super annoying. I like everyone from the Netflix shows. Yeah, you were telling me that, Chuck. Yeah, I don't think he was a good... I didn't hate him like a lot of people did. I can't remember his name. I didn't hate him, but he definitely wasn't a fit either for the role. I don't know if part of that was actually just the writing too, or if it's just he wasn't a good actor. Oh, excuse me. That I'm not sure of. I would hate him if he was at my auction, to be honest. Misha, that's hilarious. But you know what? I mean, he's there, he's winning that stuff, and he's not just overbidding people to win stuff for a video. Like, we see his sales. I mean, Paul goes over a lot of his what sold with us. By the time the videos come out, he tells us a lot of what sold already. Like, you could tell, like, it shows he knows his stuff. He knows what margins he needs to work at, and I'm sure if he showed us more of the stuff that he didn't win, we'd see like he's been pretty smart and backing off when the prices just don't make sense. It's been fun to watch, though. It's because it's different than the usual yard sale. And now with yard sale season being away and nobody really doing auction videos, this post channel's been skyrocketing already. It could definitely take another leap forward with this content that nobody else does. So that's pretty cool. Happy for all his success. I still remember going sourcing with him when he was a small-time YouTuber. That's my big thing next year, though. I need to make sure to squeeze in more time on Saturdays and Sundays for these garage sales in between all the sports. Because I can definitely get a lot of content backlogged if I was able to go to as many as I wanted to. Oh my God, another one. Man, I'm popular today with these guys. Man. They are all over the place today. I guess they must know I must be close to those YouTube pennies, and now they all want to come in and try to get a part of them. Outdoor 18. Journals. Yeah, like bottom price and stuff. People don't know it can make money, so you can just stay away from my house. Misha likes her good old boy crew. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, they don't look at that lower stuff, and Paul knows it'll make money, and he goes and takes it. And hey, if you don't want to bid on it, that's fine with me. I'll take it. And even at a better margin if you don't want to. That's what I'm trying to do with the high bid auction I've been playing with the last couple of days around me with the comics and sports cards. Like I just keep looking. Once I get outbid on something, I'm not rebidding now. I don't want to jack the price up and have it so high. Just try to leave it where it's at. If I can, snipe it at the end. But then when I get outbid, I'll go look at other items and start looking more and more to see if anything in there can make money. Because now, after almost a week of that being online, there's still a handful of stuff with 0 bids. And it's most likely going to be the stuff still with only maybe 1 or 2 bids by the end. So I'm trying to look at that stuff and just add it to my watch list, but not bid on it. And see if there's any value in anything. Like any of the lots, if I see one thing that can make back the money, like I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just throw a bid on it and then make some money off the other stuff in it. So I don't know. Still testing out my strategy on high bid. Not a really good one, probably. All right. Almost done getting this spreadsheet together. And then after that, I'm really just going to be pretty much done for the day. At least I feel. Wow, back down to 5 people watching. Man. But hey, that's how the day goes. Exactly, Paul's saying. Yeah, I'm just trying to find ways to not tell people what I'm interested in, but still showing the interest and stuff. There's been a couple things like just to see if the person just kind of threw in a dummy bid, like just one little thing, or to see if they might have put in like a higher amount and just see if that will ride, and they just going to put in that amount and forget about it. There's a couple items I made an additional bid and saw I was instantly outbid. So I'm like, all right, they've got a higher amount. Hopefully that means that they're just not going to forget about this auction and not come back to it unless they see they've been outbid. So those are definitely the ones, like I'm just making notes like, don't bid on this one again to the last minute. And maybe, that person won't come back and try to get it. But we will see. Like I said, new to that game. Very new to it. Yeah, it definitely has gotten quiet around here. I'm guessing people are popping in other lives, or it is lunchtime. Oh my God, another one? Man, Misha, these bots like me today. I don't know what it is. All right, well, where are we at? 2 hours and 23 minutes. Yeah, Jennifer, they're going crazy today. They're all over. All right. So, Jennifer, are you all set for Christmas now? Anything else you have left to get done? This is the part I hate doing on the spreadsheet is bathrooms. Because I have to check the toilet and urinals. But, you know, obviously a guy's room has toilets and urinals, but I have it in one report, so I have to add it together instead of just copying and pasting, which is annoying. I like easy. All right, that one's done. Hell no. Peanut Butter, I love their name. Yeah, some of these names have been pretty funny. I left, but I came back. No, that's fine, Jennifer. I am in and out of chats all day myself, so it does not bother me at all. I just notice how slow, even for myself, a chat can get when, you know, there's nobody chatting it up. But it has helped me get a little more work done because I'm not keeping up with it, having to keep up with it. Don't mess with Jennifer. You got that right, Esme. Don't mess with Miss Jennifer. Jennifer Hayes will take them out quick. So what do you have left to do for Christmas, Jennifer? Are you done shopping or what? Just bought yourself 2 jewelry jars for Christmas. Oh, that's cool. Karen's at the beach. Hey, how are you? How are you today? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah. I could tell I've crossed that 2-hour mark because I've hit the point now where my throat is starting to be like, give me some hydration. I need a drink. It's one thing I've learned I've got to do better about when I'm doing these lives is actually having drinks and not just Pepsi or Mountain Dew. Stuff that'll actually hydrate you. Paul Antonelli went Lifesavers. He picked them up for me. Oh, nice. I saw that he was live. Now, did I hear correctly that he has finished his move now and he is back up north, or did he just go up north for the holiday? He's definitely, you could tell in his videos, he's definitely been starting to clean out inventory, which I know he wanted to do before he moved. Yep. Jennifer, the bot killer. I didn't even have to anywhere is the best part. He's there for the holidays. Okay. Wasn't sure if he was going up as like, you know, I know in a past life he had talked about the search for a house up there was a little difficult not being up there, and he was talking about going up for like a week or two just to look and hopefully find something in that time. Which I can only imagine trying to look for a house up north while you're living in Florida. That's definitely got to be tough because even if you see something you like online, you might go in person and feel completely different about what you saw. How is there no sink in there? That's stupid. Like you might go in and be like, this is not what I saw in the pictures, or that just doesn't look the same. Almost there. All right, these things are done. Hot Mess Thrifter, how are you? Good afternoon here now. Now it's after 12. Not sure where you are located, but hello. Thanks for stopping in. I do appreciate it. Karen, Jennifer got 5 bags sitting here waiting for me to open them, plus some jars. Wow, Jen, you got a lot of work to do. You do. Hot Mess Thrifter is Amy. That's right. I'm sorry, I am still so bad with these names. Like a handful of names, like I know, I remember. I think it's just because it's the same people I see in most chats. But then there's a bunch of names where I forget. Whoa, 4 pages? Oh, no, good. Oh. Just about done with this spreadsheet. Keep forgetting I have to make everything big enough for the guy I'm working with to read. I've still got some young eyes, so I don't need the font size to be that big. Oops. He does. And that's fine. It just sometimes makes the printing a little more difficult, especially on these bigger spreadsheets. Oh, wow. They upped your listing allowance. You're in Missouri. Okay. That's my listing allowance on eBay again, feeling like I'm going pro one day. That's awesome. I hear about the listing allowances, I guess, because my account is so old. I've gone to different areas on eBay where people said you can see your listing allowance, and I have not seen one for myself. There's no monthly limits on anything. Then again, my account is old as hell. I haven't stayed active with it, but I periodically have posted throughout the years. Like I can't even tell you how long. So I guess that might be why I might be grandfathered in. I don't know. But thankfully, I have no limits. Not like I would ever come close to them anyway. I won't let myself open them without making a video. Well, that's good, Jennifer. But we need to make a video then. You got to go through those, get them done. Just need to want to make a video. There you go. Use your fancy 4K camera. It's all right. I don't even know your name. I'm Paul. No, I don't feel bad. Where in Missouri are you? Jennifer, try shorts. It's so easy when you don't want to do YouTube. Yep, and even with shorts, you don't need to show your face. Just have camera pointing out. I did use it at the farmer's market. My kid just kept walking in front of me and talking, so I never made it into a video. Ah, that's disappointing. Very disappointing, Jennifer. All right, down to 3 pages. Just about done, guys. Just about there. I can already hear this guy asking me if I can work on some of the stuff next week, and it's not going to happen. Not at all. He was trying to get me to go out Monday to see this customer again, check out some other schools, and like, I'm on vacation. He's like, me too. I'm like, well, it's not happening with me. Show one piece out of the jar per shirt. Amy knows that's Terminator from me, jerk. Greg, F you bot. Thank you, Jennifer. Man, it is insane how many bots are hitting this chat up today. Definitely not used to that. What happened to just good old trolls? People that came in and tried to be funny and they're actually just assholes. They're more fun than the bots that are just coming in and dropping that stupid stuff. All right, I'm done making this spreadsheet for today. That is awesome. Now I feel like I'm done for the day, and especially with the boys coming on in a little bit. All right, so I'm at 2.5 hours. Got about 40 minutes till the boys come on. I am actually going to get out of here, go get something to eat, switch this laundry. Anybody who's going to be on watching Joe, Mike, and Dan later on, I will see you in their chat. If not, I'll probably see you tonight in some other chat. And who knows, if there's nobody on really late and I decide to stay up for a while, there might be a Chasing YouTube Pennies after dark tonight, after 11 or something. But I will talk to you all later, and thanks for stopping in and supporting like always. I truly appreciate it.